Hi everyone, this is Rachel with the channel Looking Floss. Thank you for clicking on my video. Today's a special video because this is my mid-year WIP parade. And it's a little later in the season, but it's still not the end of the year. So thank you. If you are new here, just some disclaimers about my channel. I do not regularly post videos. I will pause videos because of children who are making noises and I might have to attend to. And then about this mid-year WIP parade, some disclaimers. I don't have final image is because I don't edit my videos because that takes too much time and I would just like to put the video out as soon as possible with minimal editing. So yes. Another disclaimer, I may not have all the fabric names at the top of my brain, but it is written down somewhere and I will be able to get that to you if you are so curious about the fabric that I am stitching on. This is a WIP parade that I've wanted to do, but life has been kind of chaos. So I'm just trying to sit down and get this done with easily for you. So with all of that out of the way, let me move some of the stuff. This is WIP parade, mid-year WIP parade, round 2. So I just want to make sure that I state everything and I didn't forget anything. Okay, let's get started. Let's start with this one. This is a Dimensions Gold Memory Lane. Oh, heads up. These are not in any order. I do not know all the dates off the top of my head. So let's just get started. So this is Memory Lane, Dimensions Gold Collection. And I do have dangling threads on a lot of my pieces. This is what I have so far. This was supposed to be my, what's that, leap year? I started this leap year. The goal is to get it done by next leap year. And then this next Dimensions kit is my, I believe my newest new start. I started this August 10th. And there's glare. This is Dimensions Gold European Bistro. And I only got maybe like 25 stitches in here. Ta-da! And I work my Dimensions kits with the called for, or just the kit materials. And I typically make working copies, so I haven't made a working copy of European Bistro yet, so that's why it probably only has a couple stitches, because I don't want to highlight on the kit chart. Okay, my next WIP is the WIP that I've been focused on the most, because I would like to get this done before the Blueberry J comes out, or is, but. So here is Cherry Magpie by JetX Stitch on Beetroots, with mostly all the called for except for this hot pink is a color in cotton, and I have a Classic Colorworks hot pink. And this is about 65%. It looks so good. My next WIP is Crafting Owl by Nathnolu. And I've touched this recently a little bit. And just have a big old red chair and then a couple like crafting corner items around the owl, and I plan on making this into a pillow. This is 14 count. Next, another newish start that I don't think I've shared on my channel yet is a planned Christmas start, and you'll see, but it's not much. I don't remember who, I won't be able to help you out here too much, but I don't remember the designer. This is a Pokemon Game Boy. It's gonna be blue, and it's gonna have a Snorlax in the Game Boy screen. This is a Christmas gift for my sister-in-law. And yeah, so sorry it's not too much to look at, but it's on black 14 count. Next, sorry, you're seeing all of the charts that I don't have everything at the top of my head first. It will get better. I do know other things about my other WIPs. Okay, so this is Namari Tapestry by Modern Folk Embroidery on 32 count gray Lugana that was gifted to me. I haven't touched this in a long time because this right here needs to be frogged, and it's just not a top priority. I started this for Maggie Kitschy WIP's birthday starts years ago, and I just haven't touched this in probably years. Another WIP I have. This is, I was hoping the label would be on it, but it's not. This is the top. This is Swan Lake. It's a chatelaine. On like a dusty rose linen, 32 count dusty rose linen. And I started this with Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe. And I have kind of paused working on this because right outside this center mandala is a bunch of partial stitches with metallics, and I'm just not ready to focus on that yet. Next, I believe we started that Swan Lake about a year ago. Oh, found a Lego in my pile of WIPs. Okay. Next is Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. I am probably around the 20% mark. And I'm working this on 36 counts Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim with Cosmo threads. And I would like to focus on that a little bit more, but I would like to do that for all of these. Another newish start is, this is the Skyrim sampler by Jedi Stitch. This is also supposed to be for like a sister-in-law, but I don't quite know which one does play Skyrim. They're all pretty into video games. I know one of them plays Skyrim. I just don't know off the top of my head which one it is. But this will go to the one that does play Skyrim. This is on a navy 14 count with I want to say DMC 318 or 317. Next is Autumn Lane Stitchery, Baba Yaga. Worked on Winter Wren, 32 count, 28 count. This got a lot of stitching at the Autumn Lane Queen City Stitch Retreat last year, but I haven't touched it since. So, but look, you could see a little skull dangling from her little chicken house. Okay. Speaking of the Queen City Stitch Retreat, this is the Autumn Lane Queen of Nights, Queen City piece. I just think she looks so good. I would like to finish this one before the end of the year. This is 32 counts. Ooh. Oak Crown Studios linen, but I don't remember, like, maybe Castle Wall linen. Next is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Winter Animals, Arctic Animal Sal. They did last year, and I am mostly done. I just have to do some. Okay, so let me tell you about this. So this is the picture this plus 28 counts blue. I don't so I have changed the English names of the animals to Inupiat names of the animals. Down here it's supposed to say Arctic animals. I would also like to rechart that as the Inupiat word. And then up here it's supposed to be whale bones in an arch, but I don't quite like how I charted that. So I need to frog this, and I have some ivory, they're like little pendants that I'll turn into buttons, and then I just have to finish the Northern Lights. But I like how this turned out. Some of the words, some of the words turned out a little funny, but it's cute. It's adorable. I'd like to put this in my kids' room. Okay, next is Jardin Privé ABC de la sorry if I butcher this. ABC de la Brodeuce. And this is the fabric that I have for it. And this is 32 count, just a white Lugana. This is what I have so far, and it goes all the way from A to Z. And this one is really fun to work on. I just don't pull it out too much because this is like pure white fabric and I don't want to ruin it. So it's not really to-go friendly, or so just finding time, but it's beautiful. I love the color palette that Jardin Privé chose for it. So yeah, but it's gonna be a long one. Next, I will show my big chatelaine. This is Evening in the Park. 32 counts Autumn Splendor by Fabrics by Stephanie, with mostly all the called for material. No buttons, no beads are on this yet. Sorry, I just want to show you everything so close up, but I want to be able to see what I'm showing you as well. And I got 2 more gates, a couple more corner motif things, and then outside right here, all the lamps and trees and stuff. But I thought this would be more of a focus this year, but it just hasn't been because it takes a lot of attention. So I don't want to mess it up. Okay, let's take a caffeine break. Next, another new start I have this year is the Raven Quatrain by Long Dong Samplers, and this is on 14 count. This is gonna be a big piece, obviously. Yeah, I'm probably about 6% on this. Okay, next, I get to show you guys now all the covers that I have for my pieces. So thank you for bearing with me while I didn't show you what the final piece is supposed to look like. But first, I have Summer by the Cricut Collection. I've done winter and autumn, so next is summer. Now, I started these a long time ago, but just not a priority. This is what I have. This is on a 32 counts, 28 counts, Witchelts, Jobelin. I don't see the name of the fabric, but 28, what did I already say? Sorry. 28 count Witchelt Jobelin. Ta-da! Not too much progress on that one, but this is Friendship Quilts by Paula Vaughn. I'm doing this for the Paula Vaughn along. This was an inherited piece. I got the fabric and the thread from somebody from a library stitching group that I go to, and I bought this chart from eBay. And then, so I'll show you the piece. Most of this was already stitched on. I am finishing it. What I have added is this greenery right here between the swing and the house. And then everything else was done by the previous owner of this. And I'm gonna finish it for the Paula Vaughn along. And then next are my Mirabilias. Oh, I'll show you it at the end, but I finished Mira. And I'll show you at the end. It's a FFO. So this is Deco Spirits. I saw this at the first Queen City Stitch Retreat, and I fell in love with it. And I don't see many people stitching on it, but this is Deco Spirits. And it has earth, wind, fire, and air. Sorry, it's not focusing, but they're different ladies to show the different elements. And I am working on air. This is a 32 count white Lugana. And I'm gonna do each one in the corners. So you can see how this bird is working up and looks so good. And the little hands. My other Mira is Adia, the Garden Fairy. Sorry, there's a glare. Doesn't get much better than this. Okay, anyways. So I started the first WIP a while ago, and then this is my restart on a new fabric. And this fabric, I believe is called Esmeralda? No, maybe, by Atomic Ranch. And I just think the purple looks so good with the yellow. And then there's blue fairy wings, which I think will also look really nice on the purple. The next Mira I have is Stone Roses, which is another one I don't see many people working on. And I am working this 40 counts Nora by Grace Notes Fabric. 1/2. Very small starts. Another Mira is Elizabeth in the Lavender Sky. I got this from Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe. And yeah, not many people are working on this one either. this is my start. This is 32 counts pastel lilac. A small little corner starts. This is a beautiful, just the smallest touch of purple on that fabric, and it's gorgeous. And my last Mira is, oh, let me think of the name. I know it. Fairy Flora. There we go. Okay, I don't know if I would have gotten that if it didn't say Fairy Flora on this little tag, because my chart is somewhere else. I couldn't tell you. She's out of print. This is for the Fairy Flora retirement sale with Stephanie from Across the Globe. And she has the most progress and also the most dangling threads. This is a 28 count Earth by Fiber on a Whim. Ta-da! All the dangling threads are hiding the stitching that I've done. La-la-la. Look, there's flowers down here. So the dangling thread is hiding it. But look at those colors. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to show it to you. I think the blue, so on this chart, the brown, I really like the brown black background, and I think the brown and the pink look really nice together. So I also wanted to choose a brown fabric. And I think the beads will look so beautiful on that. Okay, another coffee or caffeine break. We ran out of coffee grounds, so I had to dig into my Alani. Okay, so next one. This is my 2025 New Year, New Start. This is Candle and Key by RTO. And this one, I also really like the oranges and the blues. And you look at this chick and you're like, where is she going? She's going somewhere. With all those little animals. And she has a key. What's that key go to? I don't know. I love this piece. And this is on all the kit material. I have lots of dangling threads. If you don't like that, it's just the way I stitch. You can stitch how you'd like to stitch. So I started in the center and then worked my way to the top. And I'm going to do over here. You see the antlers, you see a little bit of her face. It's looking great. Okay. Another kit is Dimensions Gold, Magnificent Wizard. I started this a couple years ago and I've barely touched it, but this is on all the kit material. Black Ada. I've just gotten the clouds. This is a little bit of the dragon wing. Yeah. Like, it's just not a priority, but it's a nice one to have. I'd like to have the finish of them. Okay. Another one. Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place. This is my mission to finish it this year. But I got a lot of border to do. You'll see. But anyways, so that's what that looks like. This is on 32 counts Haunted or Haunting by Fabrics by Stephanie. So this is what I have to do. I have to finish the street, do the moon, do a lot of bordering, and do some letters. But I think the border's going to be the most tedious because it's a lot of repeats of pumpkins and skulls and bats, but it's a bunch of beads, so it's a bit of a stretch goal to ask to finish this by the end of the year. But with all the called for threads. Okay, Reolus Hobbit Greenhouse. There you go. This is on all the kit material as well. I love the colors on these. These are so vibrant. This fabric is so soft. So yeah, there's that kit. My last WIPs have come from the giant starting weekend that I had earlier this year, where I started like a billion little charts that I had. So the first one is Plum Street Sampler Spring Moon. This is on 32 count. Picture this plus Moon Glow. And there. It will be a lot of filling, but I love this fabric, and the colors on this fabric look so good. Okay. My next one is A Year in the Woods, the Beaver. This is on some 28 count linen from like Michael's or something. Small start. All of these next ones are going to have small starts because it did come from that starting weekend. The next one is the Blue Flower. Sorry, you're going to hear twinkling now because they're all in their bags. The Blue Flower Pollinators in Praise of Pollinators. This is on the same fabric of Elizabeth and the Lavender Sky. That's pastel lilac. Ta-da! Just a little bee center, little bee butt. Next one is, ooh, I forgot I had this one because I haven't touched her in a little bit, but she's a good one. This is Coffee and Eggs by the Artsy Housewife. I forgot I had her. I need to bring her out again. This is 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. I think it's mostly all the called for floss. Next one is Hobbit House by Cottage Gardens Families. And this is Kudzu. It's a Weeks dye work, a little offcut that I got. Sorry, try to make this look nice for you guys. I think this is the top. There, a lot of frogging has to go into this one. I miscounted somewhere, so. Another one. Oh, this one also has to be frogged a little bit. I was trying to finish this one, but I didn't like what I was like a conversion I was trying to do. So this is called Yesterday Today by the Sunflower Seed. You can't really see, but it's words with some floral because my camera's not focusing. It says never let yesterday fill up today. And I was trying to just use a really highly variegated silk to just one color to do all the floral around the words, but I didn't quite like how that turned out. So I need to rip that and figure out a different plan. Because in the charted flowers, there's like 3 colors. And I was just trying to use one color to finish it. This is 36 counts. Something. It's Cafe au lait. Cafe au lait. Probably Fiber on a Whim. And then the last, this might be the last WIP I have for everybody, from that starting weekend is Gathering Acorns, Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is on a 14 count printed Ada I got from Michael's. And look at the little squirrel. This is like a yellowy, orangey printed Ada. Look at him. It's a lot of fill-in to do next. Yeah, okay, so sorry I didn't give you guys too many dates and numbers, but this is just what I was able to do right now, and I believe that, so I'm trying to look around, see if I have any more WIPs. I believe those are all my WIPs. Thank you for watching my WIP parade. Sorry, I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. I think that's it. That's a lot of WIPs. Those, I do have full, did I mention this? My brain's a little scattered. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do have full coverages that I haven't touched in more than a year that I'm not showing. But I do want to touch them again here soon. But I did tell you that I have a mirror finish. So thank you for watching my WIP parade. I don't know the next time I'm going to be able to film a regular Flosstube. So I do want to share this FFO because we don't get those very often. I was gifted Mirabilia Bluebell, and I just finished this in less like a month. And here's her framed. This is like a Michael's frame. That was fairly cheap. I laced her myself. This is the back. And she is FFO'd. Yeah, like I said, I don't know the next time I'm going to have a Flosstube, so, but I did want to finish this big finish. Didn't want you guys to wait and see it until whenever I do film a Flosstube, but this is her. It's my little Bluebell. And I did pass along the chart to someone else. The chart was passed along to me. I just spread the love, pass along to someone else, because this community is awesome, and we do that. So thank you everyone for watching my WIP parade. Sorry. Outros are always my most uncomfortable thing to do. So I'm just gonna say thank you for watching my WIP parade. If you like what you see, you don't care about regular uploads, you can go ahead and click subscribe. And everyone have a good, today's Saturday. Everyone have a good Saturday. Bye.